What's up, guys? It is scorching hot in here. It's 96 degrees right now, but that ain't gonna stop us. We got work to do. So I'm gonna be dropping the front subframe, cleaning it up, painting it, getting it looking all nice, and I got polyurethane bushings coming from the subframe mounts and all the suspension components and the sway bar. Just get everything cleaned up, kind of freshen it up, and then stuff it back under. So I got a lot of the unnecessary stuff in the engine bay all cleaned up. In order to drop this, I took this bolt's loose here on the steering column there, and got all the power steering stuff unhooked. I got the brake lines all taken off. I got the master cylinder off too, but down here, I just disconnected the lines here. So when I drop this, I can actually keep the caliper and everything's still on when I drop it. Did the same to the other side. And all I did for the shocks here is I just took that bolt out. I loosened up the bolt and took that bolt out so that when I drop the whole subframe, all that stuff should stay in place with the car, and I should be able to just drop this nice and easy. So I got my jack and a piece of wood underneath there supporting two different points there. Not sure how well it's gonna work, but I just want to keep some pressure on it while I break these bolts loose. So underneath we have this one in the back here, and then two studs with nuts right there and right there. So there's three on each side that I need to take loose, and I can drop that. So there's 6 bolts. Hopefully they come out nice and easy. I'll get the breaker bar on them. Got her pulled out from under the car. Filthy. Just full of crap. Grease and dirt and all loaded up. While I was cutting out and moving around those eccentric bolts in here to adjust the camber, I accidentally flattened some tabs. They should be bent up at a 90 like that kind of, but they got bent up and I just can't get in there to straighten them out, and they're obviously not gonna hold up that good anyway. So those new ones that I made at work are gonna get in here. I'm drilling the spot welds out, and then I'll line up the new ones and weld them back in using the same method, but I made the tabs a lot thicker, so they should be able to hold up and hopefully not have any problems with them from here on out. So I'm at work right now. I brought my front subframe in so I can weld on these tabs here. I'll show you what I'm doing. right now I'm just cleaning up where these tabs are gonna go in there. I made these tabs on the CNC here, and I'm just gonna weld them into place. So then, on both sides there. So these camber bolts go in there. And then when you spin that, it'll adjust where them bushings are at. So I got one done, got 3 more to go. I love working at a shop like I do. I was able to use a CNC machine and mill up these little tabs here. There's 8 of them, a couple different sizes. I also made this little tool here so that when I am ready to weld it, I can shove it up in there. It locates on that tab as well as the hole in the subframe. So it kind of locates it there, and I can hold it in place while I spot weld in where those holes are that I drilled out. So everyone's got 3 holes in it that I just put a quick little spot weld in where the other ones were held in also. Then just ground everything down so the bushings slip in there good. And yeah, we'll get it home now and paint it all, make it look shiny. So this is what it's doing. These tabs locate this eccentric washer on this bolt here. So get it in there. That caught actually first. Bushing goes in, which these will be pressed into my lower control arms. Then you got the bolts in place. Got another eccentric washer that's located off of the flat on the bolt. And then another washer on that. Another washer. And nut. Jeez Louise. There we go. And now, since both sides are being located with that eccentric washer and on those tabs, when I spin that, it moves the whole, it'll move the lower control arm mount. So that is how you adjust your camber in your wheel and tire setup. So yeah, those tabs are a lot beefier now, and it's all going to be held in place, and we'll get that figured out later. Went really well. everything's all painted and dry right now, so I got stuff laid out. On here you can see there's some numbers. There's 2747 and then 2748 on those, and then there's the same. So the instructions here tells me exactly where to put them. So I'll get these puppies set in there and all lubed up and get it put in the subframe. I got my upper control arms on, my lower control arms on, the eccentric bolts in and just kind of centered up for now. Now I'm gonna lube up the subframe bushings. And these are strong flex bushings, so I'll go in there like that. This cap will go on the other side, just kind of over top of that. Bushing in the middle with a washer on each side. Yeah, get them lubed up and put in. And then the subframe will be ready to go back in. Well, that's all the farther I'm gonna get on the front end before I put it on the car. So those strong flex subframe bushings and energy suspension bushings all work amazing. They're such nice products, and the eccentric bolts and everything is straight from Toyota. But got everything cleaned up and painted and all together. Gonna wait and put the rest of the stuff on once it's on the car, so I don't have to move it around with all the weight. But that will come as soon as I get the whole front end cleaned up. I'm gonna finish cleaning it, painting it, and go from there. Little stuff's been showing up too, like my motor mounts and transmission mounts, but my engine is back from Mazworks. Got that last week, looks amazing, can't wait to get that assembled, as well as my roll cage from S&W Race Cars. So all that is here, and it will be heading up to the fab shop in a couple weeks. They kind of got busy with some work, so it's gonna be pushed back a little bit, but I got plenty of other stuff to keep me busy here while I wait for that. Now that I got this front subframe all together, it is time to get that back underneath and clean up the engine bay and the wheel wells and get that all painted and looking nice so that we can drop the engine in as soon as that's ready to go and it's back from the fab shop. Got a ton of stuff to do. It's still just a shell. And actually I have a deadline now, so I really want to be done by the beginning of February. There is a drag and drive event that's being talked about right now by Tom Bailey. He's saying he's going to set it up down in Florida. It's a little bit more focused on the social part of it, which I'm super interested in. A little less driving miles. There's not such long drive days and amazing track prep at every track that you go to. So it sounds like it would just be the perfect event to go to and to start out with. It's a lot jumping into a brand new build with a 5-day drag week style event, but that is the main reason I wanted to build a car, is because of stuff like that. Hot Rod Drag Week and Rocky Mountain Race Week, and now this just gives me an actual deadline to shoot for. So without a strict date, knowing me, who knows? It's just, I could keep saying, oh, it's gonna be spring. Well, beginning of summer. Well, I need a strict deadline, so I'm gonna bust my ass and get this thing going, and hopefully I can get everything I need when I need it, and I don't have to worry too much about back ordered and parts waiting and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do my best and put in the grind now just to get this thing going. Really looking forward to it, and the fun start is just now beginning, so I can't wait. And thanks again, guys, for watching and sticking around. Looking forward to this thing going together. So thank you. Please like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.